What's going on here, everybody? I got Saturday's upload going for you all, and I do apologize for not uploading last Sunday. There are a lot of limiting factors that managed to hinder my ability to record, namely a 6-hour bus ride, I had to study for a bio exam, and last but certainly not least, it was my birthday, so I figured, hey, let's just relax, just chill for some time. I mean, not that I don't like making these videos. Hell, I love them. It's great. It's not only great practice, but I love just getting in front of the camera, entertaining you fellow crazy peoples and sorts. But I was like, you know what, I just want to chill, relax, enjoy my day, you know, just a little bit. But I hope today's upload will suffice, and it's an OU battle against this dude I found on the Smokin' server on PO, as per usual. Yeah, you've heard this spiel all before. It's got this dude by the name of Deycallmenemo, and his link will actually be in the description right below, something I normally don't really ever do. Well, it's because I really don't ever get people's YouTube channels. I really should start doing that these days, you know? Whatever. But in any case, it was a really great match, actually. I'm just going to get the team preview going, actually, right about up here this time. I'm going to change it up a little bit. I'm going to actually move it up here now, mainly because now I can actually get easy access to my mouse, which is pretty nice. I got a new mouse, actually, for my birthday, which was pretty cool. But as you can clearly tell by the team preview, I'm running kind of a... the initial idea I had with making this team was pretty much it was based around abandoned Metagross, and then just building support around that through, well, Rotom Wash, so he can take, like, pretty much any hit that's directed towards him super effective-wise. And, you know, it actually makes a good synergy, defensive synergy, in my opinion, but, Anyway, I got Breloom just as bulk up and sleep support, Dragonite just for special defense, and then Politoed is really just turns this team into a rain team. I mean, when I first made this team, it was like, I need rain support. It'll make my life a lot easier if I just do that. And finally, the Landorus there is actually more so there just to counter Sand, which, in my opinion, I'm finding a lot more lately than I have in the past. But, in any case, looking at his team, looking at the main threats, it's mostly probably just going to be the Tyranitar and the Latios. Yeah, because pretty much the Tyranitar can easily dispose of my weather. Which, fun fact, in this match, I kind of forgot to put Drizzle on my Politoed, but will I win? We'll find out in the near future. For example, right about now. So let's get the battle rock and rolling, shall we? And instead of, just jumping ahead and takes and stuff, I'm actually just going to be able to move my mouse over here, and then we'll fade that out right up here, and then we'll replace it with the video footage right up here, and then we'll start. So, without further ado, he's going to lead off with his Mienshao. I lead off my Landorus, predicting either his Tyranitar or the Latios lead. So what I'm going to do is going to U-turn out, bring in my Politoed as a set for rain, but as you can clearly tell, I don't have Drizzle, which kind of screws me over, but whatever. What can you do when you live in a Shuni and got no soul? It's just a test to see how well I can do. But anyway, he's going to bring in his Gastrodon, which is easily going to counter my Politoed, but I predict the switch, go for the Hypnosis, put him to sleep, which is going to be really beneficial on my side. Not going to lie in any way, shape, or form. So now he's going to bring this Tyranitar. I go straight for that Perish Song, which is pretty much very nice. Not going to lie. I like being able to phase him out, that kind of material. Anyway, he's going to bring in his Mienshao. I'll bring in his my Breloom. Now, for some reason, I completely forget that his Gastrodon is asleep, so I don't know what I was doing right there. Whatever, he's going to go for the high jump kick, deal a lot of damage to my Politoed, as you can clearly tell. And it was pretty much at this point when I realized, oh crap, I do not have Drizzle on this thing, so this is going to be very interesting. Thankfully, though, I protect. He goes for the high jump kick, loses half his health because he misses and crashes and yada, which is really nice, not going to lie. Anyway, he's going to switch out, bring in his Tyranitar once more. I go and switch out, bring in my Dragonite, and I don't know. Let's see. He's going to go for the Stone Edge, do a decent amount of damage, whatever. I'm going to go for the Dragon Tail, phase him out. In comes Mienshao once more. Jesus. I swear, this Mienshao actually was kind of threatening to my team. Not gonna lie, but as you can really tell, he's easily gonna decimate me with that Stone Edge right there, which kind of sucks. But he's gonna lose his damage, his health to a Sandstorm, which is nice, so I'm not gonna lie. Anyway, I'm gonna bring Landorus right now, which is actually gonna be kind of convenient. But with the sand benefiting me and all. But anyway, I'm just gonna U-turn out, predicting switching to something else. He's gonna bring in his own Landorus right now. I'm gonna send in my Rotom Wash. I believe go for the Hydro Pump right here, predicting something. And unfortunately, he does bring in his Gastro right there, which is, for those of you who don't know, Gastrodon is probably the best counter to Rotom Wash in the entire metagame. Next to, what's his thing's name? Lantern, as shown by this blending speed. But anyway, I'm going to bring my Breloom down, try and see if I can set up at least one bulk up. Unfortunately, he's going to easily bring in the Latios right now, which is definitely going to scare me out. So I believe what I do here is either bring in my, I can't remember Metagross or something. I think I bring in my Metagross. Yes, that's right. I bring in my Metagross, predicting the Draco Meteor, and then what I'm going to do here is pursue Trevin and instantaneously destroy him. Observe, observe. Just watch. Just watch. Wait for a second. Pursuit, bam, dead. Booyah. That's what I say to you and Latios. I love Metagross. I don't understand. I mean, like, I understand it's not as good in this generation simply because it really just has. It's outclassed by a lot of other steel types, namely Ferrothorn and other annoying things. But anyway, the NHL comes back in as I bring in Landorus once more. I believe he's going to switch out, bring this Landorus again. I believe I either go for the U-turn at the Stone Edge or I don't know. I switch out, go for the U-turn. Yeah, that's cool. It starts. I'm going to bring in his my Rotom Wash now. Gonna try, I believe, either Will-O-Wisp or Hydro Pump. But either way, he's just going to bring in his Gastrodon once more. I believe I'm just going to. Oh, no. I think this time. I completely forget this match, and I apologize. They call me. I'm little frazzled-dazzled right now. This is the first narration in a while. So, in any case, Metagross comes in. I believe I'm just going to keep trying to go on Hammer Arms. Unfortunately, I missed this turn, which does suck, but he gives him an opportunity to wake up once more, which does really suck. But hopefully I can try and take this thing down with at least 1 or 2 Hammer Arms. I'm hoping, but unfortunately he does wake up this turn, which means it's easily going to get that stockpile. Huh. Yeah, I thought I was going to recover right there. Personally, I've never figured out why people use stockpile Gastrodon. I mean, it's a cool idea and stuff, but I don't know, I've never found it to be that good. That's just me. I'm not a big fan of stockpile. I'm not a big fan of boosting your defenses. I mean, the only time this really works is if you have Cosmic Power like Jirachi, Clefable, or Sigil, but other than that, it really doesn't work that well. But anyway, he's going to switch out now as I bring my Breadloom. I'm just going to easily put that E-Train to sleep right in there, which is pretty nice. And this turn, I'm just going to bulk up, and then we'll roll from there, I guess. Actually, I think this is the part where Breadloom actually does do some work in this match, which is pretty cool. So he's going to go for the high jump kick. Now, thankfully, though, thanks to the defensive boost, I'm going to easily be able to live that, hit him with the Drain Punch, which does manage to take him out, which is really good. So now what I believe he's going to do is he's going to bring in his Landorus right there, and as I go for either the Seed-Bomb or Spore or something like that, but unfortunately, he goes for the Rock Polish right there. Kind of scares me, but to an extent, I'm not that afraid. Unless he happens to pack the HPS, which he does, he is going to crit me. Kill me. Okay then, well then, that's kind of sucks, but luckily it's a double down, so that's really nice. So what I'm going to do now, as we all know, bringing our Scarfers on a double down, is I bring in my, what's that guy's name, Landorus, going to go for some Earthquakes, try and do some damage to this Gastrodon. However, looking at it, he's just going to keep stockpiling, recovering. So what I believe I do here is switch out, bring in my Politoed. Alright, I bring my Politoed in an endeavor to, I believe, Parasong him, trap him, try and get him away here. Because literally, this is probably the biggest issue that's going to be afflicting my team at the moment, especially because now I don't have Breadloom, which is going to make my job a lot more difficult trying to take out this Gastrodon, especially because I believe he has either, I can't tell if it's +1 or +2. Well, now he's at, okay, now he's at +2 defenses, which is really just flat out sucks right now. But thankfully, though, I do got Parasong. I believe I got either Parasong. Yeah, I got Parasong going, which is really nice. So now all I have to do is just ensure that I can. I just gotta ensure that I either just keep him in, hopefully have him kill himself off to an eventual stock Parasong, or just be scared, like wait for the point where I can scare him out and then bring in Landorus to easily be able to trap him and do all that shenanigans. But in any case, I'm just gonna flip-flop around here, switch out between Rotom Wash and Landorus, and hopefully be able to just do something, yeah. So, pretty much now, he knows that he doesn't want to, knowing that he'll probably want to preserve his, yeah, so he's going to switch out, bring in his Heat Train. Now, I'm assuming he does this just for Death Fodder, so what I'm going to do here is just go for the Hydro Pump, get a Revenge crit there, just because in my opinion, I don't think that crit from HPI is kind of bad. So I'm assuming that's a special defensive Heat, so I'm pretty sure that that's probably a matter on his end as well. Luckily though, I got Rotom Wash here. Unfortunately, he does have that Dragonite on his Tyranitar, so hoping I'm in a bulky defensive set, like I'm more of the bulkier set. Unfortunately, I'm not able to kill that thing off, which does suck. So now I've only got a few guys left on my set. Hopefully, I'm praying to God that I can manage to pretty much kill that T-Tar off with my Scarf Landorus right there, and you know I'll do it. Yeah. Whatever. Earthquake. Thankfully, though, I am able to do a lot of damage to this Gastrodon here. The question is whether or not I can effectively be able to take this thing out, knowing full well that I really just can't do that much to it with Landorus. I gotta bank on the fact that pretty much preserving Politoed and literally try to God to pretty much end this thing right here and there with another Parasong. And yeah, so literally this guy, this Landorus, this freaking Gastro, man, this thing just trolled the hell out of my team. It's just, It's frustrating. It's frustrating, and I don't like it. Thankfully, though, I do manage to pull it to sleep with my hypnosis, which is really, really nice. So now all I gotta do is pretty much bank on the fact that I can hopefully 2-hit KO this thing, 2 or 3-hit KO this thing with the same Earthquake from Landers. Hopefully, hope to God this thing does not wake up in the future turns. So yeah, so pretty much I still got Metagross on my set, I still got Landers on my set. So pretty much I just gotta bank on the fact that I can kill this thing off with a bullet punch with Metagross. Do all that jazz. Unfortunately, he does manage to kill me off with the Earthquake with that. But at this point, I'm thinking to myself, okay, just as long as this Gastrodon does not wake up this turn, and I can take down this T-Tar, which I do right there, obviously, because I'm Scar, he has to have a Dragon Dance, he have the time to have to get me. But in any case, I'm going to bring this Gastrodon now, and now it all depends on whether or not he can wake up, and thankfully he does not, which means I win the game here, thankfully being able to take that thing out with another Earthquake, and that is good game, Mr. Deycallmenemo persona. And yeah, it was a great match, very close game. Apologies for the hacks from both of our ends, in my opinion. But in any case, guys, if you enjoyed this video, you can always rate, comment, subscribe, and yeah, this is Infinite Trials here saying peace out, yo, have a good one.